Cheers everyone, thanks for joining me for another beer review. We're going old school or traditional, however you want to look at it. And we have a beer that is from Daniel Batham and Son from the Delphi brewery, but it's Bathams Best Bitter, or Batham's Best Bitter. It's coming in at 4.3% in a 500ml bottle, and this cost me £2.20. They're out of Brierley Hill, West Midlands. And I picked this up while I was in Bridgenall for the old darts night thing, the exhibition thing I done. And I picked this up from Tanner's Wines. And like I say, £2.20, cheap as chips. You could call that label cheap tacky. I kind of call it old school. I do like it. But the crown is absolutely fantastic. I love the crown on this beer. Looks brilliant. So this is going to be a first for me. I've had nothing from this brewery before. So I've got the old school glass ready. We got to go old school dimple when we're having a bitter. Let's get the bottle opener out so we can give it a go. And let's give it a crack. It's been out all day, so out the fridge all day, I should say. So it's probably going to be sort of lukewarm, if you like. The cat's come to join us, as she always does. Just giving her some bloody tuna, and she still comes near and moivers me. Follows me around everywhere. She's a little so-and-so. Love her to bits. So, beer in a glass. Very, very pale for a bitter. To me, that is very, very light. It's like a golden amber colour. Yes, it's a golden amber colour, cat. There's bubbles coming up the glass. We've got just about half a finger on top. So, let's give it a swirl. Are you going to sit down, or are you just going to rub your head on everything and purr away? Let's give it a swirl and dive in. Shit, I've spilt it everywhere now as well. Batham's Best Bitter. Let's have a sniff. Definitely hoppy. Little bit of malt in the background. I mean, this is as old school as you're going to get, I'm going to say. Hedgerow fruit, maybe? I don't know. There is a touch of fruitiness there. There's a little bit of maltiness in there. There's, you know, the hop notes as well. So I'm going to stop chatting shit. The cat's gone now. She's put me off for the last 2 minutes. Even looks old school with hardly head on it. Hardly any head on it. So yeah, let's dive in, give it a taste. Cheers. Oh, do you know what? That's quite nice. That really is nice. It is so old school. There's nothing craft in this at all. And to be honest, it don't surprise me. How long? 1877 these have been going since. And it don't surprise me. But I tell you what, considering it's so light, it's such a lovely beer. It's almost got a golden ale feel to it. .3%. It's, how can I describe the body? It sort of feels heavy or weighty for the percentage, but it's very light in the mouth, if you like. So you haven't got that, you've got the weight to the beer, but you haven't got that chewy kind of feel, if you like. Not overly carbonated. There is quite a bit in there, but it's not overly done. They haven't overdone it with the bubbles in this. Reasonably smooth, reasonably soft. Again, when you have quite a busy beer, I find if the body's light as well, it can affect the beer. But on the taste, and that's all you're worried about. For me, the hops are the thing that really sort of hit you first. You get that hoppy, bitter taste. You get the malts in the background. The malts are slightly sweet. I'm not going to say, I'm trying to work out how they are. They're not really bready or anything, but it's maybe cracker-like. Cracker-like maybe that maltiness is. Hoppy, bitter as soon as you start drinking it, which is what you want from a bitter. The maltiness is sitting in the background. It's a very simple beer. You maybe get a little bit of a cracker malty thing going on. Maybe a little bit of a fruity, hoppy bite to it. But it's simple. It is simple. It really is. It's about as simple as you can get. Malts, maybe a little bit sweet with a little cracker-like sort of taste. Hoppy, bitter, pardon me, with maybe a little fruity note. And that's about it. It's about as simple as you can get. But is it any good? It's gassy, I know that. Certainly filling me up with gas, I do apologise. Let me just... 4.3%. If this was a heavier beer, you would think this beer was much stronger. Because the bitterness in this, it's got big full-on bitter sort of typical taste. And you would think that was stronger, I would say. If the body on this was heavier, you would start thinking this is 5% upwards maybe. But I think, taste-wise, yeah, it feels bigger than 4.3. But when you're actually drinking it, the fact that it's reasonably light as you drink it, I'm going to say it's drinking just about right. Very easy to drink as well. The fact that it is light in body and that. Yeah, it's a nice, old school, traditional bitter. With no bells or whistles. Just a good, honest beer. So my first beer from, if you like, Delphi Brewery. Their Bathams Best Bitter. I like it. I like it. Don't expect anything to astound you with flavours. It's a bitter done in the right way without trying to be anything else. It's just an old school bitter that just goes down a treat. So yeah, I like it. Would I drink it again? Absolutely. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to like, share and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you again soon, very soon, on another beer review. Cheers.